Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. And this lesson is going to be entitled, We Have All Conversated with Angels, and They Will Deliver Us, or They Will Protect Us in the time to come. You know, the scriptures say that some have entertained angels unawares, meaning you spoke to an angel that came into the form of a regular person, you know, and then, you know, if you're spiritual, you can even catch who may be an angel, you know, when you speak to them. You know, you may catch on to the spiritual cues because spiritual cues are left, but they're spiritual cues, so they're very subtle. You know, most of the time they're not just gonna come out and say, "Hey, I'm an angel." Nah, you're gonna have to figure it out in the spirit. They're gonna say certain things, certain little things. They're gonna do certain little things to make you say, "Nah, that wasn't a regular person." You know, and that has happened to me, as I'm sure it has happened to you, brothers, for sure. And you know, we all, you know, had these weird encounters. You know, these encounters that were very bizarre, and these men that said certain things that normal men don't say. You know, well, the Lord sends his angels down in human form to conversate with his men. You know, sometimes it's to give, encouragement too. Sometimes it's to encourage you. Sometimes it's a faith booster when you figure out, oh, wait a minute, that was an angel, man. That was an angel I spoke with. You know, that's all has to do with the maintenance of his men. You know, maintaining your faith, increasing your faith. You know, making sure you're in the right, you stay in the right spirit. If you're down in the spirit, lifting up your spirit. That's all to do with maintenance of the men of the Lord. And these same angels that we have seen and encountered and spoke with, you know, shalom to you, Akim, on the comment board. Shalom, shalom. And we have spoken with in the times to come, they're going to be our protection, right? He said that in Daniel's 12 that, he would have to send, it's going to get so bad because this is going to be a time like no other that he's going to have to send Michael the archangel. And Michael the archangel has angels under him. You know, there's order, there's rank and order in the heavens. So, Michael has other angels that he commands to do certain things because he's on a high level. See? He gets his orders from Yahweh Shai, but then he orders other angels. Just like Satan. Satan has them top demons under him that order other things, that he sets up to do certain things and whatnot. So yeah, man, there's rank. The order that we have on the earth, that's just a mimicking of what's in the heavens. That's why Yahweh Shai prayed that thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Because there's no order at this particular time. It's very disorderly. It's upside down. But in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be all about order. You're not going to have men, lower ranked men speaking to higher ranked men any old type of way. You're not going to have lower ranked nations speaking to high, Israelites in any type of way. You're not going to have women stepping out of their line speaking to men any type of way. All these things are going to be changed, man. And it's going to be a place of complete order and structure, which is going to bring about peace. Because without order, there's no peace. You see what I'm saying? Without order, there's no peace at all. So, the elect is going to be protected by these angels, even maybe some of the angels that you have spoken with. You may see some of those faces that may pop up and help you in that time. There's a particular angel that I see. I call him the feather the feather the feathered crown angel, because he just walked around. He just out of nowhere. There was a time period he just every time I seen him, he would just have a crown of feathers on his head. Unless he's out there hunting pigeons every day. I don't know how he got the crown of feathers, man. You know, or he's hunting eagles or whatever type of bird to get all them feathers. Because you have to catch the birds to get them feathers. You have to actually catch the birds to get them feathers. Okay? Because that was a self-made crown of feathers that he had. Some brothers may look at it and say, "Oh, no, he looks too pale-skinned." Well, guess what? That's being carnal. That's being carnal. Oh, he's too pale-skinned to be an angel. That's being carnal. See, and that's why the Most High will send that type of angel. He'll send an angel like that and come in a way where you don't expect. Remember the angel that the apostle seen that one time by the old school. He was basically cross-eyed. He had like one eye going this way, one eye going that way, and he was overweight. So if a brother was looking at it, and he had an African chain on. So if a brother was looking at it, no, Most High's not going to send an angel who's overweight, has a cross-eyed, and then has an African chain on like he's an African. Listen, the angels is coming in disguise. They're going to come however the Most High wants them to come on the earth. However the Spirit has them come on the earth, they're not going to come the way you think they're going to come. The Heavenly Father, He works in strange ways, man. They're not going to come the way you want them to come. They're going to come in the way the Lord sends them. So that particular angel, I believe that angel, is going to help in the time to come. I believe he's going to be one of the helps in the time to come, man. That's what I personally believe. And yeah, man, and all brothers have seen these type of individuals, and have encountered them, and those might be the same angels that help you out of situations when things get too hectic. Because the angels are here for a mission. They're not here to be buddy with you. They're not here to be friends with you. They're not here to rub your back. They're here to give you kind words. They're here to do a mission. The Lord can send them for that purpose, but they're ultimately here for a mission. So if their mission is to deliver you, they may be rough. They may deliver you in a way that's rough, man. When he was bringing up when the angel brought Habakkuk to bring the food to Daniel in the lion's den, the angel grabbed Habakkuk by the hair and dragged him through the sky, man. He did it rough. That's right. They have a job to do, man. The angel grabbed Habakkuk and he brought him there in a rough manner. He didn't bring him there in no, gentle, glorious manner where he rose him up all slowly and he was levitating, he was glowing, and the angels were singing in the background. Nah, he just grabbed him. Yeah. Habakkuk was like, oh shit, Just kind of threw him down, kind of, and then he kind of, but not kind of threw, kind of put him down. He had the soup in his hand, man. He just gave him the pottage, or I believe it was pottage or soup or something like that. For Daniel to eat, man. You know what I mean? So they come and they do a mission, man. When the father of Samson, I forget his name right now. It's like at the tip of my tongue. I'm forgetting his name. But the father of Samson, right? When he was come to see the angel, right? He asked the angel, "Oh, come. come eat with me and all this and that. And the angel's attitude was, listen, I'm just here for a mission. I got, I'm not here for all that, you know, you know. And then I believe he says something like, oh, if you have a sacrifice to do, give it to the Most High, give it to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And then he asked him, he said, well, what is your name? Tell me your name. He's like, why are you asking my name, seeing that it is secret? He said, no, in other words, it doesn't matter what my name is, man. It's not about me. I'm here to do a job. That's why I'm here. I'm here to relay a message. I'm not here to be buddy with you, man. You see, that's the mindset of the angels, man. They're very serious, man. And this is why, we're serious-minded too. Very serious. Hey, compared to the people of this world, we're very serious-minded people, man. Yeah, I joke, I crack jokes with the brothers, and I joke with the brothers and whatnot. But in real life, bro, like I'm more serious than a heart attack, man. And I be looking at these people, they be getting uncomfortable because I be looking like with like a look of like a dead stare, like a stare of like, yo, like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with the games, people will tell you that. People tell you, yeah, I know when I saw you, I don't know, to me, you're just a guy that doesn't deal with no nonsense. People sense that and feel that off of you, man. That energy, because we've become numb to this world. And we understand in the spirit that we're here for a mission. And another thing, this is hell too. We understand that this is hell. The scriptures speak about how when a man increases in understanding and wisdom, he increases in sorrow. We're full of sorrow. We're so full of anger, vexation of the conversation of the wicked. I had to endure a conversation with one of these goddamn college feminists. There's nothing more grievous to a real man than to listen to a college feminist woman that thinks she knows some shit running her fucking indoctrinated mouth. Because you could hear the indoctrination just oozing off of them, and the pride and the feminism, and it's just something that's just, it's real demonic and it's grievous to the soul, And just that conversation, man, that shit just put me in a bad mood, you know. You know what I'm saying? And just listening to them, just listen to her talk. You don't even have to be talking to them. Just listen, hearing them speak is grievous. It's vexation, right? Like I said, Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. You know. But anyways, ultimately, man, the angels are serious and they're here to do a mission, a job. And some of these angels that are here to protect us in that time to come, we have met them. We've spoken with them. You know. So, anyways, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect, and I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Chakwa Dash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.